Hello everybody and welcome to Higher Plane Games. Simon here, as always. There's never anyone else. And we are here with a game that I didn't realise was coming out until I saw it released and then was like, ooh, I really like the look of this. And it's called Heaven's Vault. It is a game that is made by the same people that done the 80 Days game, which is where you had like quite a lot of multiple different endings and like playthroughs, and the story was really broken up into different versions of itself, so you could really kind of tailor the story to how you wanted to go about doing things. This seems to be like a similar type of experience, from what I can tell from the trailer anyway, but with language deciphering in as well. And then when I saw that crossed with the amazing soundtrack, I was like, I'm going to buy this. And as it's Easter and this has got heaven in the title, let's all be Christian for a day, or for a couple of hours at least, and then I will revert back to not being Christian. If you've got any comments or questions whilst I'm playing live, leave them in the comments. If you're watching this afterwards, just stick it in the chat and in the comments, sorry, and I will get back to you with how I'm getting on. I've still not got far enough in my time in Porsche, which was my last one, to give a review on that. But let's see how Heaven's Vault goes, and let's kick off a new game. Hello Maximus, thanks for joining. Let's see how we get on.
Stories don't have tidy beginnings. The past is always present. But there has to be a spark. Something that brings the past to light.
Please climb carefully. I'm not moving her. Oh, you worry too much, it's not hurt. Carefully, don't roll backwards. It's not much further. There we go. One last corner. Almost. Yeah, this is me playing this blindly, Maximus, so I will be discovering as we play, which is always quite good, I think, if you're doing a little playthrough of something. Oh, so she's got a stamina for walking up a hill. Fair enough. Okay, so you can move around the camera of the right stick a little bit. She can move with the left stick, but it seems a bit weird. Oh, there we go. Maybe she just got a bit stuck. This is the summit. This is as far as the path goes. Interesting how different... Don't fall off, don't fall off. Oh. Bricked up open. There is something here. To keep people out, do you think? Or to keep something in? There's something written here. Ancient script. This must have been cut in when the mortar was still wet, but I think I can read it. I can't. Okay. The University of Iox, some weeks earlier.
My story begins on Iox. That was where I met the robot.
Mistress Alia? Mistress Alia Alessra. Oh, trophy. Meet 6. I've been waiting for you. I've been asked to escort you to Professor Myra. He's very nervous for your arrival. Oh. What's this? Professor Myra wants you back on locks. Hopefully I'm not getting thrown out of the university. Oh, okay. The modern age. Oh my god. Oh wow. Loving the zooming of that. How far can that... Looks like we're going across the whole length of time by the looks of it. Fair enough. Alright, let's exit that. The professor did not account for her actions, but I imagine she is simply being welcoming this way. Do you have a name? Do you have a name, robot? That is intended to be a joke, mistress. No? Robots do not have names. We are, as I understand it, interchangeable. Oh, okay. So why has she sent you? Did you do something wrong? That seems unlikely. My ethical core protects me from serious error. Maybe I should get one of those. I was under the impression humans already had them. Oh. Somewhere between the first and second vertebrae. This way. You should know that the performance missions are... Okay. Maybe we should keep her waiting. Don't make her wait in a habit of impatience. I cannot recommend that course, mistress. Have I got a promotion? Hello, Roy. Happy Easter. Hope you are well. Why is Myra's room so far from everything? Imagine she enjoys the view from the trees, mistress. I'm sure it's most pleasing to her. Right, let's look at her then. Look at her. She looks like a tiger in a cage. The most curious analogy, mistress. I understand you are required to report it. What do you think of the sculpture? It has a pleasant balance to it. I agree. I quite like those types of things. Miyari must like it too. She has a model just like it on her desk. So can we just chat shit with the robot? I know she thinks it's urgent, but I'm busy trying to work out the game's controls. Don't judge me. Have we got another question we can ask? Oh, what is your ethical core anyway? What good is it? It stops me from being able to push humans off cliff, mistress. And how reliable is your core? It is the core of my being, mistress. If I goes, I go. Oh, so it only lets you ask a couple of questions, and okay. So the whole reason why I picked up this game is because it gave off the strong...
I was 15
oh, shut up.
when my Ari rescued me from the slums of Elbereth and brought me here. I'd never seen such luxury or such kindness. I still don't know why she did it.
Professor Miyari? Alia, There you are. Oh, she doesn't look happy. Come in. I came as soon as I got your message. Might have taken a bit of a detour. You don't need to flatter me, Alia. Nonetheless, I'm glad you came. I know your work is important to you. My work is important. Let's be self-important, shall we? Oh, today it's important to me. You're an expert on history. Tell me what you make of this. It's a brooch. Yes, Alia. But I didn't summon you halfway across the nebula to tell me that. So why did you summon me? One of the scholars sent me this brooch. Yannickwi Renba, do you know him? Maybe, I'm not sure. Look at the detail. I see them, ancient markings. I know they're a hobby of yours, Alia, but can you read them? Oh, the controller's vibrating a lot. Eagle wing brooch. I've not seen either of these groupings, but the two words have common elements, so they must be related, meaning... Ah, right, so this is where the game comes into its own. So... we can make up our own way of deciphering what we think it is, but there's no real right or wrong. We just decide what we think it is. So, to me, I would... How would I go about that? So, for me, English, friend is a longer word than holy. So if I was given those two options, I would go for holy. Also because holy in a language would come first. Ah, or it could be Holy Emperor or Friend Beloved. Friend Emperor? Holy... oh. But if they have common... can I take that back out? So if I put in Friend... oh, it still gives me Emperor and Beloved. Ah, okay. Review. I'm happy with that. Friend beloved? But I'm only guessing. Professor, this friend of yours. If he's in love with you, I'm not sure how I can help. My friend, Alia, has disappeared. He told me he was going to a moon called Maresi. I can't go hunting the nebula for missing people, Alia, but you can. That is what you do, isn't it? Find things? You're worried about him. He's important to me, and I don't know what he's doing out there. I'll see what I can dig up. Get out of my office. You're taking the robot with you. Come on, robot. We're not welcome here. Why not? You are not welcome, mistress. Be seeing you, Alia. I didn't mean to annoy her. I thought I was being quite nice. How do you feel that went? Fine. It went fine. And will we go to Maresi, mistress? We? Professor Miyari told me to accompany you, yes. Okay, so let's ask the question. Have you been to Maresi Robot? No, mistress. Obviously, it is a moon of little importance, I believe. So why would this Renba go there? I have no idea, mistress. Renba was a roboticist. Maresi has no robots as far as I'm aware. No robots? Sounds very nice. Robots are very rare, mistress. Most of the nebula is not graced by our presence. I want a reply of another question. So why am I graced by your presence, robot? A measure put of faith, Miyari. Puts in, I'm sure. Okay. And then it stops. The Tree of Knowledge, or so they call it. Each branch grows more branches. Reply. Except for the ones that die, fall off, or forgotten. She's so miserable. Remark. Go on then. I went outside exploring the university grounds. This is a very beautiful moon. You can tell it was once lush and fertile. There must have been huge forests, lakes, rivers, but they're all dry now. Always ask a question. You've not been outside? Nope. Aw, poor little robot. Bitchula. Sorry, Roy, I didn't notice that had come through. The YouTube chat had given me the opportunity to actually flag that as horrible. So, yeah. Anyway, we can ask another question. Do all robots have cores? They must have cores. Whether or not they're all ethical, I could not say. Fair enough. Right. Ooh, he clearly can't go upstairs. Can I just say, Mistress Alia, I'm really looking forward to exploring the nebula with you. Oh, yes? And why is that? I find humans fascinating, and you are very different to most here. I've only been recently activated. I am calling you 6. 6, mistress? I shall remember that. You know, I didn't think I'd got the translation on this brooch quite right. The shape indicates it's an empire piece, so I'd expect the inscription to reflect that. Oh, did we... No! We screwed it up! So it's definitely holy. Holy Emperor, then? I think that's at least closer to it. So where did they find you, 6? Me, mistress? Like most robots on Iox, I was chipped carefully free from a concrete wall on the lower levels. You were buried down there? Indeed. I understand it to be not uncommon to find robots that way. We occur, I am told, like potatoes. Wow. Do you remember being down there? Trapped? No. I barely remember my activation. I want to ask about that. Oh, I can't dive into the wall. Oh, hello. No, I've seen enough of Miyari for today. Fair enough. Let's ask one more question. You sure you don't remember anything from before you were buried? Nothing. I can barely recall my activation, mistress, and that was quite recent. Although I do remember that Renber was the one who activated me. Alia, tell me, are you still wasting time on your curious notions of history? History isn't mine. It belongs to everybody. Most of us are decent people, Alia, and do not want it. You should devote yourself to a real science, metallics, loop philosophy. Miari wants me to find Yaniki Renba. You haven't lured him into archaeology as well, have you? He's always so devout. What do you mean? Well now, your ideas are hardly wholesome. All that death and decay, most people think you will not be content until you have unearthed your own skull. Good faith to you, Alia. May the waters light your way. She's a moose. I get the feeling that in this world of this game, there's been some kind of thing that has taken place which means that people don't want to have the past anymore. I really hate her. I do too. Understandable, even the robot hates her. Haha! 6. How long were you buried here? I have no idea, mistress. I do not remember it. And you don't know why you were buried? No, mistress. I can only assume I was not needed. Perhaps robots were not trusted. Perhaps, mistress. Though I have observed robots to be more predictable and more kind than most humans. That's until the uprising. We all know that's coming. Oh, I don't know if I want to remark. She seems to go into bitch code. You're not the first robot I've had trailing me, you know. Every time I break or lose one, they give me another. It's like they're trying to get rid of them. I feel so mean. University cares for your well-being, mistress. I don't think so. Right. So let's take a look at our inscriptions. So Miari gave me a brooch. And we've got it as Holy Emperor at the moment. But we still don't know. So we'll need to work that out at some point. I love this whole timeline thing. So cool. Professor Miari wants me to sail. I don't suppose I have much choice. Dunno. Should we say hello to Huang? There's Huang. What is he doing? 6. I believe he is reading. But why is he doing it out here? Perhaps that the level of light is preferable, mistress? I don't see why I would not like him reading. Maybe he knows something about Renba. Let's go and investigate. Girls like these are part of the reason I'm still single. Mr. Rye. Oh, people Huang. Trophy. How are you, Huang? Well enough, well enough. I've been reading all day. That's because you've got glasses. I know gamer graphics when I see one. What were you reading? I thought I said the anals. Did you know Meswali claims that it's going too fast. Each one to the throat for another fell from the tree of the earth. Are you really interested? Yes, it's history, absolutely. That's probably a bit too sarcastic. All right, most people glaze over.
He began to talk with such passion that his eyes glittered, and he seemed to grow at least an inch taller.
Alia? Yes? You weren't listening. Never mind. I'll walk you to the dock. Ah! Huang, do you know Janik Wenba? But I know Remba, of course. Well, a little. Why? What sort of man was he? He hasn't asked you to dinner, has he? Filth. Does that happen a lot? With Renva? No, not that I know of. He's fairly quiet, keeps himself to himself, likes his robots. When did you see him last? He was here at the university, maybe 2 weeks ago now. Helpful, thank you. He and the professor were good friends? What's that? I don't think so. No. More than she is with... Oh, no more than she is with any of her ex-students. He was a roboticist. One of the best. One of the few. Did you say was? Has something happened to Yannicki? I don't know, Huang. I'm sure it's nothing bad. Oh my. Before you go, it hardly seems important now, but I found a line of ancient in the Annals of Malvoisie, if you have time, that is. Always. Here, see what you think. This is a long one. Let me think. The second word doesn't look like anything I've seen before. Ah. The next symbols resemble my translation for the word holy. Well, they do a little bit. But is it then really holy? I do like this whole Empress banished. I'm going to go with banished. Maybe go for powers if that's closer. In my head that would work closer to... It depends on how you're making the words, that's the thing. Does Empress banished powers make sense? It's quite a monster, isn't it? Something about the Empress? Moazi is always writing about emperors. I think she was a Republican. I'd best not keep you. I hope you find him. What was that all about Hillary Clinton? Shall we proceed to your ship now? Have you sailed before, Six? I have no idea, mistress. Ah, but I am keen to find out. Okay. So our timeline has happened. Oh, Christ. So, how do I get that sorted? So, we called the robot 6. We annoyed Miari. Wanted me to find her friend, but we don't really know if it's the friend. She gave me a brooch with that on. I love how, like, you completely get in the language right or wrong can completely change how the story looks and feels. I think that's quite clever. Okay, where are we off to? Moresi is a tiny rural moon. This is where Yanaki told Professor Miari that she'd be. But why did Robotus visit the farm? I feel like I should go there. I feel like first... I didn't mean to do that. Ah, aboard the Nightingale. My ship is my refuge. It's the only place that's truly mine. The journey to Moresi should be quick, mistress. Do you think Miari's friend is in trouble? As I say, mistress, we should know shortly if we depart. What do you know about Moresi? Nothing. It is a moon of pigs and rice, mistress. Part of the Iox Protectorate, of course. Maybe Moresi will have a few ruins of its own. That seems unlikely, but it is not wealthy. Nonetheless, I will prepare the ropes. Oh, a sailing robot. Roar! Me heart is. Okay, so I'm intrigued as to what that is. Oh, and is that where we are, perhaps? Right, well, let's set sail for Moresi. Yar, indeed, right. This is where Yanaki was, but why did the robot say... Okay, we've already said that. I could go there next. I think we should. Just out of interest, Elbarath is my home. It's where I moor up when I want to sleep well, but not today. I was going to say, we're not going there now. We need to go here. And let's sail. Sailing to Moresi in the verdant past. Oh! Oh, I didn't know we actually had to go there ourselves. Which way are we supposed to go? Oh, that way.
Miari wanted us to sail to Maerzi. It was a short sail through fast waters.
I was going to say, this is some special waters. This feels not very watery to me. Oh, This is giving me visions of Kingdom Hearts and me trying to sell the gummy ship. The river to the right should bring us to Moresi, mistress. Okay, let's go. Come on, steer, thank you. This is your ship, mistress? It is now. What do you think? She's very beautiful, mistress. But I cannot help wondering how you came by her. That's Moresi. You can see the greenery from here. Bring us into land, Six. Don't mind if I do. Oh, good answer by 5. Roy trolling the robot. Moresi, a farming moon. If Renber's here, I need to find him, and if he's not, I need to work out where he went. I think we do. It's really interesting. It's been a while since I've had really branching dialogue choices that feel like I'm really steering a story, and I don't think I felt like this, like initially, without really knowing kind of where the story is going, obviously, since possibly The Amazing Oxenfree. I love that game to pieces, and I'm getting similar vibes in a completely different style to this. So, with inflation going on, he should be 7 by the end of the story. Dem taxes.
We stepped off the ship and into the mud. Mud covered the ground and rock. And everywhere I looked, things were growing from the mud. And some of those things had legs.
It's me. Look at this place. Breathe the air. I cannot breathe, mistress. As you are no doubt aware. Oh, little piggies. Love me a piggy. Well then. Trophy, Moresi. Let's see where Renber's got to. If we're really lucky, he'll have an old pot. Bit of a frame rate drama, but I think we're okay. To a question. So, where do we start? There is a series of rice terraces. If we climb up away from the water, that should take us to the village. Okay. Can you do a scan for Yannicki or something? Mistress has mistaken me for a dog. Perhaps if you believe I had a scrap of clothing, then I could trace his scent. Can you do that? Trace a scent? No, mistress. If I see him, I will let you know. Sarcastic robot with sarcastic girl. I feel like we've gone the wrong way. How big is the village? Sizable, mistress. There should be plenty of people to talk to. Good. I feel like we should instantly go here. Just like Oxenfree, you can walk and talk. Oh, hello, Joseph. Thank you very much for joining. Six is sassing back, I like it. Six is going to get a slap in a minute. What would Renber be doing on a moon like this? Wasting his time, mistress. I cannot imagine any robots of interest here. Mildly racist. There's no way I'm crossing that, mistress. Robots can't swim. You can wait, can't you? My power source is good for millennia, mistress. Waiting will not be an issue. Patience, however, is more limited. Ew. Tell that to Miyari. Loving the sass. We'll come back for questions. I want to. There's something scratched here. The emblem of Iox. I suppose this is where the Merisians leave goods for the Ioxians to collect. Anything else? Nope. Well, Yannicki can't be hiding. Won't be hiding in there. That Thythe barn was big. This moon produces a surplus, mistress, for what good it does them. Where does all the water here come from? There is a spring well in the rock below us, mistress. The soil is permanently saturated by it. A genuine forest. Iox can eat its bitter heart. Iox has one tree. Still, I hope Rembo didn't run off to live in the woods. We'd never find him in there. I love these old names with their ancient stories. Who is that, for instance? One of the older goddesses? It's only got one eye. She's guarding the fields. Evidently, more than 1,500 years have passed since she was carved. That's a long time. Relative to what exactly? A human? There used to be gods throughout the nebula, even in Iox, before the Empire was founded. I'm surprised Iox let this one stay. What is a wellspring anyway? A source mistress. Nothing more. A source of what? Commonly water. Also air. Digging in old stories and legends like this is entertaining. Yes. Agree. So these people, I think I said it at the beginning of the stream, made the PC game 80 Days.
The air smelled earthy and sweet.
Okay. Let's go for this first. Let's do some rice. Do they grow anything else here? It would not appear so. A warehouse. I thought I saw a face at the window. A woman. She ducked out of sight. Probably because you're not welcome, love. No ruins, no ancient kings, no crumbled towers. Of course not, mistress. This is a farmyard. Don't get my hopes up, Six. This is a waste of my time, that's what this is. Remba's probably brack on Iox again right now. Professor Miyari would have contacted me if that's the case, mistress. He's out here somewhere. Waiting. No, that's not sinister at all, Six. Right. Look at this thing. Where is she from? From the material, I'd judge it's not quarried here, but most likely close by. It's very big, you understand. It's beautifully crafted. Ooh, someone's carved something here. Symbols in an ancient script. I might be able to translate them. Go on then, let's do our worst. This word reminds me of my word for emperor. Does it? See, now, judging by where we are, and the fact that that's got a wave in the middle, that would make me think water. And I would say goddess. Holy water goddess makes sense to me, given where we are, the fact that we've already talked about the water being everywhere. And she's watching over that whole rock. I could still change my mind, but holy water goddess. There's certainly plenty of water here. She's guarding their most precious resource, keeping it all fertile. Identified the water goddess. Well, definitely the water god now! Like, I could have made that into like a horrible death ray. Remark. I've never understood Professor Miari. You know, she bought me 2 Iox from an orphanage in Elberath, and now she keeps giving me robots when I keep losing them. I really don't see what she gets out of it. Perhaps she likes to be kind, mistress. Miari? Kind? Have you met her? She's strong, she's principled, she's organised. She's fair. And she's as kind as a thunderstorm. Okay, let's go to the upper field. This planet seems most poor to me. There are no proper buildings, there's mud everywhere. You've never seen fields before? This is how most people live. I did not intend to give offence, mistress. I've never been off Iox before. Good faith, master. My apologies, Oxian. My pigs need me. Ha ha! Please, if you could just... Did I do something wrong? You came here. Perhaps that is all. The locals don't seem surprised to see me. Or to see you. I imagine robots collect supplies from here routinely. The locals, I note, also do not seem pleased to see you. That pig, though. Right. What did you make of Rember's brooch, Six? The one he sent to Miari? I was struck by the craftsmanship. It seemed very fine to me. Must be of an Empire period artifact of the high status. How high status? Hard to say. Possibly very high. So it's valuable? Most likely. Mistress surely doesn't intend to sell it. No. The question is, where did Rember get it? Okay, let's approach a villager again. Good faith. Are you lost, Ioxian? You and your robot pig don't seem to know what you're here to take. Ooh! You don't like Ioxians here, do you? That's no secret, but perhaps you should head up to the well. That's the heart of our village. And why would Renba come to a moon full of people who hate Ioxians? Doesn't sound like fun. Okay. I think that's everything. Up this way. There must be someone here I can talk to. If you robots are so ancient, don't you have the whole history of the nebula in your head somewhere? Perhaps some do. I do not.
This was what passed for a street on Mayerzi. Buildings on stilts, jumping out of the bushes like children. It was so quiet.
Ooh. But perhaps you had. Quite so. Where's the map? Okay, the map just literally is the map of the world. Good faith to you. I'm looking for a well. If you reach uphill, you'll reach the pool. Down from there towards the houses, you'll find the well. Thank you. I don't know who the voice actor is, Roy, actually. Or actress, rather. Why do you have a well if you have pools? Clearly you've never lived around pigs. Please leave as soon as possible. Ew! You bitch. Anything exciting around here? Plenty of rice stored up. Elbereth should move itself here. I believe that's exactly what the Protectorate exists to prevent. How many moons are there in Iox? Protectorate 6? The last settlement it was 23. Now, what would Janqui be doing here? There aren't any robots in Maressi, are they? Oh! Being shuffled along by a pig. Oh no, I'm auto-walking. Okay. Ah, the well. That would be why.
3 paths met at the heart of the village. I could imagine them all, sitting around here in the evenings, sipping rocker and singing. It seemed nice.
Stranger. Greetings? Greetings to you. Welcome to Maressi. You've come to trade? This is a beautiful moon you have. It is wet enough for us, certainly. No one else in this village would talk to me. Forgive them. We understand things are not the same on Iox as they are here. And how are things here? On Maressi, one requires an introduction before talking to anyone. you're talking to me. I've had some dealings with outsiders before. You could say I am forward. Well, I'm looking for an outsider. Perhaps you can help me. Who? A man named Janicki. I've not heard of anyone by that name. Good luck with your search. They say the nebula is wide. Helpful. Perhaps Rembo was never here, mistress. Perhaps we should return to the ship. Maybe someone here will talk to us properly. Another thing. Yes? Let's show him the brooch. Do you recognise this? I recognise the symbol of the Loxian Masters, of course. But do you recognise this brooch? No. No one here would own a brooch like that. Not every slave must wear their chains. You don't like Ioxians? Neither do I. They are well-mannered thieves. You aren't afraid to criticise Iox? What would your people do to us? You already take our food. Good faith to you. Helpful. Oh, is that an inscription? At least this won't be a completely wasted trip. It has been mostly scratched away. More characters in ancient script. Is that a single word? Most likely not. Ancient scribes didn't always put trouble to put in their spaces. I don't think they expected their writing to be read. Ah. Holy water from the well. I'm feeling confident about my translation of the holy. Yes! And that's the word for water, short and simple, almost like a pictogram. Yes! I got a trophy for that. Translation starter. Done. Done, 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 done. Holy water. What do you see there? Can you read this inscription? Ka-ching, yes. A child could read it. The symbols simply say water. It says more than that. We've lived here for many years, Ioxian. Oh, he's a bit of a mouse. Another thing. Yes? Have you seen any Ioxians recently? I told you, no. Your husband, perhaps, gone wandering? No. A shame. A woman like you should be married, even unhappily. If we had seen your husband, if he'd met with an accident among us, what would Iox do? I don't want to get into all of that drama. I just want to know where he is. We have not seen him. Now leave. I don't understand why you're lying to me. The man sighed. Your husband was here. He left in the ship. Then something exploded in the sky. I did not know if that was your friend. And that's all. And that is more than you deserve. Good faith to you, lady. Please, leave us be. Okay. I'm assuming we can't RPG it and go and loot people's houses. No. Just checking. Okay, is there anything up here? Oh, auto walking. So we've not been up at the town. It seems as if Renba left and has left us. Shall we leave? I want to look around some more. Please? But we were not alone. Oh, you are from Iox? My name is Alia. And you are not her, not Maria. My name is Alia, Maria. Do you have a message for me? He told me you might come. Yannick? My tall Ioxian. He left something for you. With the goddess, to keep it safe. What did he leave? He said it would show you the way, Miria. Good faith to you, and I hope you find him, Miss Alia. Yannick had something with the goddess, did he? Now why would he do a thing like that? I don't know, but it's juicy. Let's go and have a look. Sorry, dude. Yo, piggies! Ooh. More water. Just sitting here. Seems Janicki knew he was in trouble. Perhaps he angered someone. Why do they build on stilts, do you think? Surely it doesn't flood up here. The mud perhaps, mistress, or perhaps animals sleep underneath. Fair enough. Oh, a gleam in the grass. Is that something in the mud? It is! A metal candle holder embossed with an image of a fountain. Dating from the Holy Empire, it must have been dropped here years ago. It's only been revealed by the irrigation of the fields. Oil burning. The glasses are salt they blow in Elbarath. It doesn't have an inscription in the stem. I think this comes from the same site as the brooch. The one Miari gave us in Iox. This should help us find the place. Okay. So where is it from? Iox? No, mistress. Different moons have different radiation statures. I don't recognise this one at all. Oh, I can't go any further. Has the candle holder been here for some time? Obviously it has, yes. So how did it come to be here? An interesting question. But almost certainly nothing to do with Janqui Remba, mistress. He came here for some reason? I think he came here. There must be something more to this place than meets the eye. True. But it does not seem reason enough. There's not many people tending to all these crops. Plants are not like pigs, they do not require constant husbandry. Okay, we need to find... Why can't everywhere be like this? Enough food, enough space, water to spare. Indeed, mistress, evidently it's a mystery to me why anyone would live on Arboroth anyway. He doesn't like our home down much, does he? No one chooses to live on Arboroth 6. They're born there and don't know how to leave. Right, through the pigs, let's get to the statue, see what we got. Isn't the Protectorate too many moons to manage? There are no threats at present. No doubt eases the situation. Right, I don't want to go back to the ship. I want to see what's around here. And here's Remba's mysterious secret. Almost buried in the grass. A shard of crystal. Does it mean anything to you, Six? It is most curious. This moon does not contain any crystals of this type. So Remba bought this shard from somewhere else. That seems likely. Okay, so let's take a little look at our timeline, see how we're getting on. I like the fact that you can have completely different timelines to everything, or you can just proper squeeze it all out. Very cool. So we're there. So it's almost like we're trying to work out where we should go around there, perhaps? I still don't know enough to find the site yet. Okay. Mistress, when I see an artifact, I can position its origin point using minor radiation markers, but I'm at a loss to understand how you do it. You remember what my job is, don't you? You're an archaeologist, but having a term for what you do does not tell me how you do it. Must be annoying for you. Somewhat, yes. So will you enlighten me? It's lots of little things. The composition of the material, different minerals prevail in different parts of the nebula. But also the workmanship, carving techniques, brushstrokes. These things are like fingerprints if you know what you're looking at. The materials move around, surely. Of course they do. But only when people carry them. Tracing the movements of things is another way of tracing the movements of people. In the end, the things aren't really that important. Right, I feel like we've done Maresi for the time being. Let's dive back to the ship. We've done all we can here for now. Okay. So we're happy with that. Where should we go? Aboard the Nightingale, Rember left a crystal from Miria to find, but what was he trying to tell her? We could otherwise sail to Iox and tell Miria what we've learnt so far about Rember. No. I'm quite certain in my analysis, mistress. So where's it crystal from? I believe the shard comes from an asteroid somewhere on the edge of the cyclones. Cyclones is a dangerous wild. There's nothing there but clouds and storms. I'm aware of that, mistress. I wonder, what exactly did Rember discover? Better find out. Put out the sails, 6. Six had us following a lead to the build. I don't even know enough to find this site yet. The chunk of crystal Rember left on Mersey comes from the backwaters. Did Rember really travel this way? I could sail this area and try and find more artifacts to pin down the precise locations, or I could wait until I know something else. Renaki is the market town from the moon outside of the reach of Iox. I've never been there. Elbarath is my home. I need to find my bed, etc. I'm opening the store tomorrow morning. Oh, no, no problems, Roy. I hope this was interesting. Happy Easter, and hope you have a few drinks and some chocolates for me, mate. Where should we go? Where should we go? I feel like we should probably go to the Crystal Moon. I have the game on my wish list after tonight, so I think it looks promising indeed. Oh, cool. Awesome. Catch you later. Have a good one. Are there ever ships on the rivers, mistress? I've not seen any. There are other ships out there. Ooh, don't crash. But you rarely see them. Everyone goes at the same speed. So no one ever passes you by. No, we're going the wrong way, going the wrong way, going the wrong way! Ah, bollocks. Mr. Turning. Reset. Thank you for the reset. Looks like people could stay on the ground. Or people would like to stay on the ground, you know what I mean. You don't like people, mistress? But you also do not like robots. No, we're going the wrong way again. Unless we can do both. Tell me, is there anything you do like? I get why you would say that, robot. I like silence. She's such a bitch. Path turns left shortly, mistress. Mistress, is something the matter? I'm certainly detecting elevated emotional markers. Like what? Shortness of tone, mistress. Lack of compromise. Markers. You're a robot, Six. You don't need to be nice to you. You could just be nice to someone, though. Oh. Vicinity of Crystal Moon. 6. What happened to the river? I do not know, mistress. We are hardly sailing, but we are moving. I think the Crystal Moon should be in this vicinity. Is there anything here at all? The site must be hidden among these clouds, mistress. There's a rock up ahead. What have we found? I don't know. Why would a lonely... Can anyone come to a lonely spot like this? I don't know. Let's find out. We've arrived, mistress. The moon below is rich in purple iolite crystals, but there's no surface flow. We cannot land the ship. Oh, excuse me. But Brenda must have got down somehow. Indeed. Most likely he used a hopper. We might do the same. What's a hopper? The Nightingale is fitted with a hopper, of course, for instantaneous travel. How does it work? There is a source. The source fires at the subject and casts it into the hopper's eye. The eye refracts the signal and focuses on reconstituted. But how does it work? I have no idea whatsoever. Is it safe? Not really, mistress, no. This moon does not have any air. I will have to go down alone. But you're sure the iolite crystal came from here? Statistically certain, mistress. The moon is rich in deposits of iolite. Please wait here. Just don't take too long.
A moment later, the robot was gone, and I was alone in the dark.
What were you up to, Remba? If I didn't find robots on Moresi, what did you find? If I flew away now, I could be rid of that thing. Seems extra harsh. Mistress! I found something, mistress. This is Yannicki's? The probability is high. I believe the moon below us was once a quarry. But this box is no artifact. Remba hid this box down there? It was a superb hiding place, mistress. Whether it was Remba's doing or not, I could not say. You'd better not have damaged it. It appears intact to me, mistress. I hope there isn't a snake in here. A roll of cloth? Why would Remba hide something like this? He must have had a reason, mistress. His choice of hiding place was extreme. Thick fabric. Yanqui, what is this? Some kind of robe? But it's hundreds of years old, and there's something stitched along the belt. Tiny characters picked out in a darker thread. Ooh, hello. Purple robe. More words I don't know. If that's what holy is, that you'd think that that would be pray. I want to say pilgrim, because we've got water, we've got holy in there as well. So it's like holy travellers were pilgrims, weren't they? Maybe guard? Oh, it doesn't feel right. No, actually, leave that as it. God's pilgrims pray. The ceremonial robe, I suppose. There's more in here. This is a copper container set with jewels. It's beautifully preserved. I found extra message on the lid. This is one of a broken fragment from an even longer phrase. I can't actually fill that in, can I? I'm certain my translation for gods is now correct. Okay. But my translation of gods does not feel right. Helpful. Hopefully I can make some better guesses for the rest of this. What does this say? Gods protect us. A blessing for safety? I wonder if it worked. Now, what's inside? A decorative metal tablet. The edge looks like it's etched with symbols. Okay, more stuff we don't know. See, that's got musical stuff in it. So now that now makes me think that because it's got musical notes in the thing, but I might be completely off. It's so difficult. Right, so we know that that's goddess. God. But we don't know what those are. Oh, it's proper guesswork. Let's go with friend. Let's try your friend. Does your friend work? I could see what Huang thinks when I get back to Iox. I'd say this comes from the same place as the container. Most likely this comes from the same site as the container. Yes. But that's not all. There's also a dented sextant. How did Rember get his hands on all of this? On the casing is an inscription, mistress. is the start of a fragment of text. Okay. Okay, so I see protectors there. Us. That makes sense. I believe you can be confident in your translation of us. Let's see now. Protect friend. Maybe that's bless then. Wind? Feels windy. I still feel like that is protect. Winds protect us. A device for watching winds and flows of the river. This comes from the same source of the tablet in the container, I think. So these are leads? Or are these things Rembo was after? Just wait, mistress. I will consider the matter. Can you work out where the array originated? I fear so. It is not a good location, mistress, but Professor Miari was keen that we found Master Remba, and I'm sure Master Remba is equally keen to be found. Show me where he went. 6. I'm not exactly certain, mistress, but I believe Remba travelled far from home, into the eye of the cyclones. Okay. Enough to find the site. Cool, so we can now go to the Eye of the Cyclones and sort ourselves out. We've also got an unknown moon location that we're busy tracking down there as well. Right, well I'm going to leave this here for this live stream look. This is Heaven's Vault. I have to say I've been thoroughly enjoying myself and yeah, recommending this. I'm quite glad that I bought it. You guys will take care. Have a wonderful Easter. I won't be around tomorrow, but on Sunday I plan to be streaming the Dreams Creator Beta, learning how it works, and then hopefully starting work on making something decent throughout Easter Sunday. So thanks for watching if you've made it this far, and I hope to see you then. Take care. Bye.